Off gem, price cap 80%. Commentators have been saying that there would be obviously an increase in the price cap, which applies from October, I think. October until December. So they're forewarning you of the misery that's about to take place. People will suffer, people will die, and it could be avoided. I've tried desperately this morning watching all the coverage of this to try and find an angle that actually helps people who watch the video. I've just been listening to Martin Lewis on LBC talking to James O'Brien, and he says he's absolutely out of tools in his box to help people. Situation is that desperate. Don't underestimate just how bad this is. Done some searching this morning, and I've hopefully got some things that may help reduce the bill. Okay, let's just crack on, shall we? Switch off and unplug any devices that don't need to have power constantly. Some do. Satellite boxes, your cable boxes. If you pre-record programs, they need to have power, obviously. But anything that you have on standby that you don't use, or you use less frequently, just unplug them. You could save yourself 100 odd quid. Boilers. Not your thermostat on your that you may have external to the boiler. This is the thermostat on the boiler that controls how the water is heated. Normally the default is set to 80 degrees, I'm told. If you lower it to 60, you could save yourself several £100. So check the thermostat actually on your boiler. It governs the temperature, how the hot water comes out. Obviously, if 60 degrees is too cold for you, then you can turn it up again, but what we're trying to do is save money, every penny. The other thing is, some boilers preheat hot water so that when you turn the tap on, it takes seconds for the hot water to come through. You can actually turn that off. So when you turn on a hot type and start to draw water, the boiler springs into action and starts heating the water. It may take longer for the water to come through, but again, having the boiler work when you need it will save you money, as opposed to it just constantly keeping some water ready to go. Don't use your tumble dryer if you're lucky enough to have one. Shouldn't really be using one in this weather, to be honest. We've had some really nice days, but I'm thinking about the winter. Don't use your tumble dryer. They're just free money for the energy companies. Defrost your fridge and freezer. They run more economically when they're not full of ice. So probably now, or middle of next month, is probably a good time to defrost if you've got a build-up of ice, especially in your freezer. Turn off lights. That's an obvious one. If you're not in a room, don't have the light on. Using fans sparingly. I have to have a fan because of my medical condition. Regulate temperatures. But again, some fans just rip through the energy. They can push your bill up quite considerably, so use them sparingly. Invest in insulation. Some people don't have the money. For some people, they might not get the chance to do it before this winter. There are government grants, I think, still going where they will insulate your loft for free. I applied for it and I got turned down. But there are schemes. Check your local area to see if you're eligible for them. Solar panels, if you've got the money. Who has these days? Here's one last thing. Fridge freezers are designed to stay on. Turning them off could pose a danger to your health because of the food defrosting, and when you're preparing them to cook, could have bacteria on there because they've defrosted. They're designed to stay on. And if you do turn them off and then turn them back on when you need them, it'll actually use more energy to recool the appliance. So leave your fridge and freezers on for your health, and it's not going to cut money off your fuel bill. It's not much, I'm afraid. I don't have any miracles to work here either. All I can do is just do some rudimentary searches on the internet and pass them on to you in this video. Also be prepared that once the price cap in December is reviewed again by Ofgem, prices will go up. In fact, most are predicting that there won't be a reduction probably until around about the April time, if that happens at all. But energy bills are just going to keep rising and rising. And we are on our own on this one because the government is just failing to act. Even on the day today when Ofgem announced the price cap, there's no government spokesman doing the rounds to defend it, talk about it. The government just haven't bothered. Stay safe. Support our NHS. Thank you for watching.